Hey guys, I can turn it back with another video. Just want to see how I do. The reason why I ain't doing my intro because my phone about to die. I really need charges, so I had to make this quick. So I'm about to do another Diesel Patches video. It's on another story time video. But this, after this, it's gonna be on something else. But it's still Diesel Patches, but it's gonna be something else besides story time animation and stuff. So, and plus I'm probably gonna make a playlist of Diesel. So, hey Diesel, if you're watching this, I like the videos. It's created. Let's do this.
You guys requested I should watch more animated YouTube stories, and at first I thought you guys were referring to the YouTube channel I already talked about. I had no idea there were other shitty animated.
Be honest, my first story time video I ever watched was my parents locked me in the basement. And it's from Actually Happened. And then second I watched my story and stuff. Beyond, I have no idea there were other crappy. No, I'm just joking. I have no idea there were other story time videos that actually happened. Like I know that the R ones out existed. Like I know that Susie always existed and stuff.
YouTube stories like Share My Story. Okay, I knew channels like Swoozy already existed, but I'm talking about those half-assed, cringeworthy, clearly fabricated animated stories. So, the channel we'll be looking at is called My Animated Story. Just like Share My Story, the animation is shit. The people in the thumbnails look nothing like the people in the video. And it is 100% fake. Do I know that for sure? No.
Yeah, I believe some of the stories are real. I believe some of them.
I don't have proof? Not really.
Hi, my name is Michelle.
Yeah, no one cares.
And this story literally happened yesterday.
Oh my god, it literally happened yesterday.
Yeah, that's f***ing cool, I guess. You know what's cooler than that? I'm literally gonna be watching this video right now. I mean, like, holy shit. Yeah, surprisingly, putting the word literally before any sentence doesn't really make it more surprising.
Her name is Lana. Or should I say, I had a best friend. Anyway, Lana and I live close to each other, so we've always seen each other more often.
Whoa. This from Actually Happened, not from my story anime. What the heck?
Really close. So basically, she knew a lot about me, and I knew a lot.
For decades, Big Tobacco targeted minorities with menthol cigarettes. They profiled black communities.
It's all around us.
Appropriated black culture. Flooded the neighborhood. And today, 89% of African American smokers use menthols. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Thanks, Truth.
A lot about her. Or did I? You've also got to keep in mind that I am a really, really private person.
Yeah, I could tell by you sharing your private story on YouTube for millions to see. Could you be more contradicting?
And I hate telling people personal things, so Lana is an exception.
And so are the millions of people who have seen this video.
So, 5 of us came over to Lana's for a sleepover because one of our friends, let's call her Judy, got sick.
Looks like Judy literally got the cancers. Can't say I blame her. I'm getting a couple of tumors myself while watching this shitty animation.
That was not the first time we spent the night at Lana's. I would come and hang out with her often, since I only lived 2 houses away. Last night we started out watching a movie. Then we cooked dinner together. 2 of our friends love cooking.
Who cares if your friends like cooking? This has nothing to do with the story.
One more thing before we get to the main part. Lana and I have a classmate named Josh. Josh Hurley. That's what I'll call him here.
And
thank God this is anonymous. I really like him. He's amazing. And he also lives right across the street from Lana's. He does not know about my feelings. No one does. Except for Lana.
Well, gee, I wonder where this is going. So many twists and turns. I know some people are grossed out when I burp in the video, but I think it's kind of funny, so I'm gonna leave it in.
So we're playing and it's my turn again, and I pick Dare. The girls can't come up with a task for me right away, and after a few minutes, Lana says she has a great idea.
What's the great idea?
She says I have to get on the roof of her house and shout, "I love you, Josh Hurley," 3 times as loud as I can. I mean, if this is not betrayal, then what is?
Yeah, Joseph Stalin during World War II has nothing on this bitch. This is real fucking betrayal, dude.
I still can't believe she said it. She knew I liked Josh, and she knew there was a big chance he'd hear it, and how embarrassed I would be. Now I deeply regret I didn't just flat out refuse and go home. Who cares what they would think if I did? But at that moment, I thought, the came as a game, and I just had to get it over with.
If I was her, I would just go away. I said, no, I quit. I'm going home. That's what I would do.
Okay, I get people don't want to look like wieners in front of their friends, but like, this is something different. You're going to be on top of a 3-story house. I don't think people are going to call you pansy because that's a very reasonable refusal. But you're in an animated story, so you're dumb as hell.
I got on the roof through the bedroom window, and I found a spot that I thought was safe. It was almost midnight, so it was really dark. The girls were standing at the window, ready to film the whole thing.
What?
Anyone else getting Logan Paul vibes from this? Alright, she's gonna kill herself.
As I was shouting, I started to slip down the roof. It was terrifying. I tried to brake with my hands, but it didn't work until I got to the very edge. Then the fire department came with a ladder. But you can imagine the stress I had already gone through.
I just want to point out that the title of this video is My Friend Nearly Killed Me When We Played Truth or Dare. Really? I mean, yes, she shouldn't have dared you to go on the roof, but at the same time, you chose to do it. Nobody forced you up there. And that's what this title is implying. It's your dumbass fault you almost died.
I don't know what to do here. Maybe you guys have advice for me. Leave it in the comments.
Oh, yay! Video 2.
Diesel, that's you overkill, man. Like, come on, you can never do that. That's right. That's right, he getting his video demonetized. Because you do stuff like this.
So excited.
When I heard my mom screaming,
Now
I
this is
assumed that
my story animated. Instead actually happened.
our neighbor's cat was chewing up Mom's precious garden again. But what I saw turned out to be very real. Standing on her porch was my sister, who had been missing for the last 5 years.
You just implied that your mom would have the same reaction of a cat chewing up her garden and finding out that her missing daughter came back.
Lily was 2 back then. She went out with my dad, but he returned without her, saying that she had been kidnapped. He left her alone in the car for just a couple of minutes while he went to buy her some candy, but when he returned, she wasn't there.
Jesus, can you stop fidgeting your shoulders? What is even the point of animating that? To make it more lively and real? You might as well not even try if you have a Go Animate budget.
She kept on telling me that she felt that my sister was going to return. She no longer went to work, and she didn't allow me to leave the house, not even to go to school. She ignored all the calls she received and locked all the windows.
Wait, hold up. The mother still has faith that the daughter is still out there, but she doesn't answer her phone calls? What sense does that make? I mean, she's clearly already desperate, so why not just listen to the phone calls, because maybe someone found something. I feel like that's what a reasonable person would do in that situation and not just hang up the phone. This makes no sense.
Once, my friend Leah threw a party and she invited all of our friends, so for the first time ever, I snuck out. I told my mom that I was going to sleep, and then I put pillows on the bed. I covered them with my duvet so it would look like I was lying under there. This way my mom would think that I was fast asleep.
Really? Your animations are so void of life that you just have to zoom in on the characters and call that animation? I could smell her breath with that zoom in, and she's a piece of f***ing pixels.
And since then, my mom hadn't allowed me to go anywhere. I mean, can you believe that? It is all Lily's fault.
How?
What?
If she didn't disappear that day, my life wouldn't have turned into such a nightmare.
Are you serious?
It is all Lily's fault.
Yes.
How was it her fault? How was it her fault? She was 2 years old. That's gotta be one of the dumbest stuff I ever heard in my life.
Screw that 2-year-old for getting kidnapped. What an inconsiderate bitch.
It is all Lily's fault.
How is it a 2-year-old's fault for getting kidnapped? The kidnapper, of course. The parent, maybe. The little kid that actually gets kidnapped. You do realize she was 2 years old, right?
How was it her fault?
How was it her fault? That's gotta be some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
More than a week went by, and I still didn't know anything about my dad, and I didn't even care until I heard my mom yelling. I went outside to see Lily standing on the porch with 2 police officers and a couple I'd never seen before. My mom couldn't contain herself when she saw my sister. She literally passed out.
You know, for a second I thought maybe she didn't pass out, but when she said literally, then I just couldn't help but believe her.
I asked them to explain what was going on, and they did. One of the policemen told me that a while ago they'd arrested some members of a gang who'd kidnapped children and sold them to people who couldn't give birth. And my dad had been a member of that gang. That's right. Because of his greed, my dad not only hurt a lot of families, he also sold his own daughter, his own flesh and blood for money. What kind of a father would do that?
Okay, I know this shit happens, but if this actually happened, then I feel like we would have heard about it in the news or something. I looked it up, I didn't see anything relating to this topic. You're willing to tell me that gang lord father sells 2-year-old daughter doesn't make into the news? Yeah, I'm gonna have to call bullshit.
How could someone be so heartless?
You're one to talk.
It is all Lily's fault.
The
family insisted to be with my sister when she returned home so they can apologize to my mother about all the pain they had caused her. I'm not sure whether my mom will ever accept their apology.
Why? What did they do? They didn't know this was a gang selling them a child. They were actually taking care of the child while she was missing.
This story sounds like the plot of some insane movie, right? But unfortunately, it is true.
Pixar didn't happen, bitch.
What do you think of my story?
It's fake.
Hi, my name's Chelsea.
Wow, and I thought the last video had shit animation.
This is the story of how my boyfriend is cheating on me. But also why the situation is pretty good for me.
I think my biggest pet peeve with these videos is that they try to normalize deviant behavior. It's just a bunch of fucking weirdos acting like they're being normal. It's like watching aliens pretending to be human. Like, just admit you're an asshole and move on. I don't want to sympathize with you. I hate your guts.
I met my boyfriend on my first day at my new school.
Michael.
He showed me around the school on my first day there, and by the end of the day, he had asked me if I would be his girlfriend.
Damn, you put out easy. Where were these girls in my high school? I would show my PP to all the girls, and they would just either laugh or just report me to the police.
He soon took me to his parents' house. I thought that was pretty early, but I didn't mind too much. They were really kind and welcoming to me.
Okay, I know I keep ragging on the animation more than the actual story, but why are the parents' eyes bigger than the narrator's and the fruitcake? This looks like some Coraline shit. I don't know why I keep getting distracted. Maybe it's because the animation is that bad or the story is that boring. It's probably both.
One day, we were in a cafe. I had just been telling a really funny story about my sister, and we were both laughing so hard we almost choked on our coffee.
Was that really necessary to put in the video? I mean, a funny story about your sister and almost choking on coffee has nothing to do with the rest of the video. Why do they put this random filler shit in here? Well, maybe it has something to do with this YouTube channel constantly changing its titles after it uploads the video. So I wouldn't be surprised if the original title was, I literally almost choked on my coffee and died. Or, Starbucks employee probably poisoned me, send help.
Andy was acting really strangely. I waited until he went to the bathroom and quickly looked at his phone that he'd left on the table. All the texts were from some guy named Marcel. And they were constantly writing, I love you and I miss you. Did that mean Andy was cheating on me with another girl? On the message there was a photo of another guy. Was this Marcel?
Well, judging from the fact that the name above the picture says Marcel, I'm gonna have to say yes. I mean, Jesus, you're a brunette. You should be a little smarter than this.
Could my boyfriend be gay? I suddenly got
Diesel.
angry and upset. I'd been cheated on before, and it was a horrible thing for someone to do to you. I told myself not to jump to conclusions too fast.
Yeah, how do you guys like that lip syncing? Looks flawless to me. I also like how she's smiling after talking about something bad that happened in her life.
So, I waited for Andy to come back and tried holding his hand.
Andy, that's the name.
He flinched away, and then apologized, saying he just didn't feel very well and maybe he should go home.
That was probably the right decision. You don't want to touch a gay man in the first place. You might catch their gayness. Many people have touched me before, and afterwards they become giggling fairies. I'm a diseased individual.
I was sure that I was right, and I started to feel sorry for myself. Why did I always get taken advantage of?
Because you're a woman and stupid. Actually, what I just said is tautological. I apologize for the unnecessary repetition.
Andy was clearly just using me to pretend to his family that he wasn't gay. Andy messaged me the next day, asking me to meet up at the coffee shop again.
It seems Andy is not only a fudge packer, but also illiterate.
He apologized for his illness the day before, and said that he'd gotten me a present to show me how much I meant to him. When I opened it, it was an iPhone.
I don't mess with iPhones. I don't like them. I always stick with Androids.
Believe it. I'd never owned one before because they were so expensive.
Haha, you're poor.
At that moment, I had a moral dilemma. Do I refuse the phone and confront Andy? But I decided not to. If he was going to use me, I was going to use him.
Whoa, be honest, on nobody's side. But listen, first of all, I don't make you a bad person. Two, yes, sinner use you, that's totally wrong. But the reason why, because he probably has some judge and family who will kick him out. I think the other why you using him because GD.
Alright, first of all, it doesn't make you a better person or justify your actions. Second of all, false equivalence. Yes, he shouldn't be using you, but the reason why he is because his Bible-thumping parents might kick him out of the house. While the reason you're using him is because you're a gold digger. Not the same at all.
Maybe he started to suspect that I knew something, but he never admitted it. Instead, he would bring me a gift every time.
He's a gold digger.
Maybe you think that I'm a gold digger, but...
No, there's no buts. You're a fucking gold digger.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yes, I'm not on any side either. And that's who he's a crappy person.
Horseshit.
It's simple.
I take advantage of this man by having him purchase expensive things for me. I swear, guys, I'm not a gold digger.
Have you ever been cheated on, but managed to benefit from it?
Well, I've never been cheated on, but I will say if I ever was, I would break up with that person immediately.
Yeah, me too.
Stop trying to promote deviant behavior, you stupid twat.
Yep, that's all for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Wow, Diesel with another video, I guess. But I was mad when the second one, the girl was blaming on you. Like, how was it her fault? Like, how was it her fault? But like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.